gamepad controls being better. Enemies are getting harder in this game. I'm gonna wonder if by like mission 7, I'm gonna have to possibly like lower the difficulty a little. It's not so much that they're getting harder, more difficult, it's that they're using better weapons against me. That's what happens here. Let's go through our weapons. I want the machine gun. I'm sure I have that. Use the medkit already.
Quick save.
We just quick save it here. Yeah, it's called, I downloaded the demo. Something squared, Trepang 2? Trepang Squared, I think? It's got like a weird name. I played an early demo of it. They didn't even have textures on the characters. They were just working on the engine, and it looked pretty promising. If that's the one you're talking about. There was a demo. I don't know if there is. If it's Trepang, there was a demo. The one I played was so early that, like I said, it had no textures on it.
You're not authorized.
There we go. Search this guy? No. Gonna make sure we search everybody. There's also, I want you to take a look at a game called Sulaco if you haven't seen it. I saw it on Gameranx and it looked amazing. Pre-alpha demo. Yeah, that's what I think I was playing. I thought they came out with a newer demo since then, or they might have just shown footage. But check Steam for a demo. It's called Trepang 2. There's also Sulaco. Sulaco is like Hexen meets so let me write this. Trepang 2. That's supposed to be the spiritual successor. And then I played and beta tested Sulaco, which is basically a Doom-like boomer shooter version of a game where the enemies have good AI, kind of like in Fear. And it reminds me of Fear because they talk to each other and everything. So check out that demo too. Sulaco might be available at the end of the year. I don't know yet. Fear AI is dope. It is the best AI of any shooter, and they've yet to come up anywhere close with it. Mitral, how are you? How's it going today? Mitral, you'll have to forgive me. We're gonna try this with a gamepad. Just to see if we can get faster. No, there is no Trepang 1. It's actually read as Trepang Square, I think. See how it goes with the gamepad. So make it a little bit faster, smoother. I'm doing good. I had a good weekend. We had a holiday weekend here. You're forgiven this time? I have no remorse. No pun intended. Well, we'll see. I mean, hey, Braxton, how are you? I think it's a little easier to... a little faster to game this way. We're in the middle of mission 3. Braxton, were you able to get past that one part of Rivet that you were stuck on? You said you had to find the island before getting to the ending, and you were close to the end. And we're not going to last very long at this rate with... Alright, well, he gave us a medkit. I'm doing good. We switched to a gamepad for this. It seems to work a little bit faster with the gamepad. basically like playing the PlayStation version of the game now, I would think. It's trying to figure out the shape of each island is represented by the grid shapes. Gotcha. I was at work and I was able to watch a bit, which was cool, but Riven is no easy game, I know. I know. Okay, so we gotta find a way to open that. Laser field, security card clearance required to deactivate. Okay. So we need to open that laser field right there. I did get the marble puzzle solved at the very end, but I don't know what I did. It just was by luck, I guess. And even Myst. I never beat Myst. Myst is just so hard. And I know Ribbon was a sequel to Myst, and I was like, oh, maybe I should pick it up back in the day, but then I'm like, I never beat Myst. Why would I get through that? That's gonna be, like, even harder. Hit the puzzle. I didn't know what it did. Wow. Oh, you know what I did. You didn't know what the puzzle did. Got it. I think there's a way to take out the field here, no? That turns it back on, but it turns off the floor. I think what we need to do here is destroy the generators in order to get past this part. Alright, we don't want to step on the floor. It was a thing you could hear something, but I have no idea what was changed. I hate when games do that. Especially first-person shooters. They open a door like on the other side of the map and you're supposed to figure out that that's where it is. I like the game, but it just doesn't seem to end. It overstays its welcome a bit. Oh, you're very good at point-and-click adventure games, so I have faith that you will beat it. I think is that it? I gotta take out these generators back here, I think. That hurt us? Really? Guess we were too close. There you go. Heretic. How's Heretic going, by the way? I love that game. Of course, it seems like it's longer than it is because I take forever to make progress. That's not the case. I mean, puzzle games like that, they just take time. Most puzzle games or point-and-click adventure games, I usually take more time on them too. Some of the puzzles are just obtuse and can't really figure them out. Okay, so I'm actually moving a little faster here. The gamepad. That's not a bad thing using the gamepad. Not that I'm trying to make it go quicker to game. I mean, I love this game so far. It's indeed a classic. Top 50, maybe top 100 DOS games of all time. Would be in there. Yes, Senor Hefe gave me a screenshot of his mapping scheme, so I used that and I got it to work with the gamepad, so it's a little more helpful. I don't mind using the keyboard, to tell you the truth, but I feel like the game is a little bit faster with the gamepad. I could move a little faster. So, and I could also take my gun out a little quicker now. Rather than using the number pad, all the keys on the left side of the keyboard, and the numeric, well, the arrow keys on the bottom of my keyboard. It hurts the hand more than anything. It's going good. I found out a much easier way to spot the secret areas on the map. Nice. You're gonna have to show me that. I didn't get too many secrets in when I first played Heretic, but I wasn't going for the secrets because it was a first playthrough. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We need to heal ourselves. I'm gonna switch guns to the bazooka here. Need a med pack already. Should probably save. On, use that bazooka. There you go. Oh, no, 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 no! Get out of there. I never saw that guy. I switched off the bazooka. The bazooka would have killed him. Good thing I saved. Alright. The bot that's gonna show up here. Get away from him, man. Get away from him. There you go. So, the elephant in the room. System Shock Remake came out today. Did anybody pick it up? No, come on, not another one. Wow, this game is getting harder. I heard good things on reviews for it. I'm really waiting for someone like Camilio to play it because he's a diehard fan of System Shock. He loves that game. I think he's gonna play it tomorrow in the afternoon, evening. Okay, let's wait for him, the robot, to come down. Now we know there's two of them, so... Oh, he ran away. I'm gonna wait to play it. I'm more of a System Shock 2 fan, but... Got him. Okay, where's number 2? Good, this guy drops a med pack. That's good. Oh, here he comes. Come on. Got lucky there. Another one? No. Come on. Wow, this game is getting... We're only on level 3, and it's getting more and more difficult now. Don't want to, but I have a feeling we're gonna have to make this go easy. Put it on easy. As long as they keep dropping medkits, still, we should be okay. So, in this difficulty setting, which is the second highest difficulty setting, the enemy HP is halved. When you play it on the lowest difficulty, the HP of the enemy becomes 20% of what it would be if you had it on the highest difficulty level. So I don't want to do that. Maybe it's just this sequence that's just really, really hard. I hope. I have to reload.
Quick save.
Let's quickly save it. I feel like this old school difficulty where easy is today's normal. Yeah, I agree with you. When Senor Hefe played it, he played it on easy. What? Another one? No. And he's not going to come down here, is he? I'm out of ammo for this too, almost. I don't want to use the shotgun because shotgun's gonna... Oh god, they keep coming. No, this is not right. This is not right. Wait, what the heck just threw that over? See how this one's behind a force field? I bet you I could control him. We're dead. Wow, we killed ourselves. We killed the one on behind the force field, and what a mess.
Quick load.
There's just like going to be an endless amount of these things coming at us, right? But let's just leave that closed for a minute. Oh, here he comes. Like, I don't even want to take the chance of advancing here because he's going to come up from behind and kill me. I guess we got to try it. Take out the camera. Oh, okay. These little things launch whatever's up there. The exploding devices. Canisters. So it's 80 Fahrenheit. And hell is freaking falling from the sky right. Hail is falling from the sky right now. That's insane. Hope you're okay out there. Hopefully it's not like damaging hell. That would really, really suck. Dime size? Okay. Still.
Code red.
Great. I don't think I have a way of turning this off. There has to be a way to use this little robot guy to go take out the robots in the other room, I hope. This is a dead end. Or maybe it's not. Got him. Can't see myself. Sounds like gravel on your roof. Okay. Yeah, we usually get like dime-sized hail here in the northeast. Again with the alarm.
Intruder sighted.
So watch our health. Use a med pack. The wrong gun. You guys just standing there like, what was that?
Drop your weapon.
Alright, we need to do something here. A, to turn off the alarm, and then to get by these lasers. And I think I need to go to that room with the droids coming out of it. Yeah, so I'm curious to watch some people play System Shock, the remake.
Security has been breached.
Played the demo, I think it'll be good. Arrogent, how are you? Welcome tonight. How goes it? Yeah, they're gonna keep spawning on us if we don't turn off this alarm somehow. Hopefully this shuts off the teleporter. Or maybe the lasers. This is for energy. I don't think this does anything but gives us energy. There we go. Could be worse. Sorry to hear that, but like you said, could be worse. Nice explosion. Yeah, this game is known for its deaths and explosions.
You're not authorized.
You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to put a mine there, so if somebody comes off there, they get blown to bits. Or maybe there was one there, but now it's... Okay, there we go. Let them come off that. It's a good thing to be known for death and explosions, unless you're Michael Bay. Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point. I don't know what that is on the other side. It looks like a platform. Those can't be taken out. Okay. See? So I put the mine there. You love Michael Bay movies? I think there's a bit of a generation gap between us, no offense. I liked the first Transformers movie, which he did. He went off the rails with the second one, I'll say that. In case we get attacked, we'll leave that there. That controls... Oh, we're supposed to bounce these things, okay. I think the shut off the alarm is right there. So, hold on. Bounce. There you go. Turned off one force field. Put the spider bot at us. So we did it wrong. Gonna send another one, right? In case it does. This is intense. You need to. It's a must before you die. There you go. I'm good watching Beast Wars. I saw the trailer for Beast Wars. It looks okay. Never seen a single Transformers movie, and I hope I never have to. If you do, the first one was the best. Peter Jackson movies are good. If you haven't seen his first one, Dead Alive, I'm pretty sure you must have. You're a horror fan, I know that. Alright, let's save this for a moment, because this part's intense. We have to figure out this puzzle, and they keep sending goons at us. And I'll keep farming stuff from them.
Intruder alert.
How do we figure this out? Guy right there.
Intruder sighted.
Look at the carnage. Brain Dead, Dead Alive, yep. Seen the best horror in film history. It's the goriest film of all time. Dead Alive. Using puppets. How do we do this? It's puzzles like this I like. I think I need to hit the bottom button, no? We're supposed to do this like as quick as possible, right? Keep sending your enemies, we will destroy them. Oh man, they keep bugging me out because I'm trying to do this puzzle here. Alright, so the idea is to walk past this part and not... Oh man. Leaving all this good stuff behind, aren't we? Come on.
Security has been
Okay, so walk past. Sure it doesn't hit us. I'll walk past again. Oh god. Oh! I didn't realize it was the platform that was dropping the spiders. Yeah, this is like ridiculous, but you gotta loot everything, man. This game is very low on resources. So where are we? We did figure this out. I think we were in the corner when we figured it out, so... Now we don't only have half the loot. Let's go pick up the loot.
security has been breached.
I think we're... No, hold on. It's gonna be in the up position. Hang on here. Let's figure this out. I think I wasn't standing there. You know what we gotta do? We gotta turn off the alarm. That should help us. Like, no chance in hell here, man. Wow. What the heck? Yeah, there is a sequel. It's called No Regret. Yeah, the game just flipped me off again. I don't even know what that button over there did. Might have to lower the difficulty. I'm trying not to, man. I'm trying not to. Oh, that turned... Okay, I got this. I got this.
Alarm has been deactivated.
Shoot. Oh, hold on. Let's just stand here and block this thing from laying down more traps. We're gonna use our med kit. I'm gonna save it right here.
Quick save.
Let's wait for this guy to walk in. Come on, buddy. So the control box there lowers the force field. They still send the spiders after us, so... Oh snap, I'm like trapped here in the corner. I'm like trapped between the wall and this platform. Lasers don't affect them. No, sometimes they do actually. Not the lasers that are barriers, but rather see this blue light going across, flying across. That'll kill them. I'm like soft lock now. Great. Well, they just did. Crazy. I was like, let me stand in front of this pad so that I don't have to waste my time with it, but...
Security has been breached.
Gonna come back here, right? Oh, I did not freaking use the button. Now we're past this. Okay. And there's a turret. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? Holy cow. This game just like... Hey, Alex. Yeah, it is a field day for sure. Look at that. We're like out of control here. Sorry guys, I'm really like in a bind here, which is why I'm not looking at chat yet. That room with the droids coming out was like pretty bad, but this is even worse. Alright, let's turn off the alarm so no more show up for a minute. Okay, welcome Alex. Yeah, happy Tuesday, man. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend if you were celebrating it. I got out for a bit. My wife, we had a good weekend overall. Finally got to explore our town a bit. With the reservoir and arboretum. Reservoir was pretty cool. So I need to open this door. How do we open it? That's how you open it. Gotta time this just right. There you go.
Quick save.
Save this. Also got to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 finally, and it was freaking awesome. Oh, but no, the door is locked. Hold on. How do you do this then? Alright, it's open. Please tell me this is not timed. Jesus.
Quick save.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, along with like the last Doctor Strange movie, were probably my favorite Marvel movies since the pandemic started. They really dropped in quality. I mean, they were good, but they weren't, like, even the characters, like Shang-Chi, like, Master of Kung Fu was pretty cool, but as an idea, I don't know if they executed it right, though. You're dead. I think it was Shang-Chi. Was that the guy's name? No, maybe I'm thinking of a different character. What was that noise? Oh, incoming message. Possibly.
Good news and bad news, Trooper. The good news is that insertion coordinates are confirmed. The bad news is that there's more security on site than I've ever seen in any industrial complex. Almost smells like a setup. Anyway, it's up to you now. Let's see if you can pull this one off. Cordova out.
It's a miracle I pulled off this much. We did die several times, but still. Luckily they keep dropping medkits. That's all that matters to me. Because the medkits are so helpful. What's our... Hold on, what's our objective again? We gotta destroy the system computer. Locate Fear. I'm gonna read that as Fear, computer. And download the latest prototype plans. Okay. And then there's probably like, oh, you gotta escape from here type of mission. Stick to the machine gun, although we are running out of ammo. Desperately need ammo. There's some ammo. I don't think I would have been able to get past any of that using the keyboard, truthfully. It's just not very responsive. This is definitely more responsive. Now they're not even dropping ammo. That's wonderful. Shotgun ammo. That I don't need, apparently. We blow up these barrels. Okay. Can't reach him, he can't see me. Leave it that way. Just emptying clips off the right. I think I need to go upstairs, but oh. Oh, we could pass through underneath here. There you go. Oh my god, a turret. Look at the guy waiting for me. My biggest fear is this turret on the lower right. I could probably blow it up with a rocket, but we gotta be at the right angle to do that with one shot. Otherwise it's gonna take multiple rockets.
Quick save.
Let's do that. Guess we gotta use some health. Alright, let's plan this out. Hit everything but him. Two of them? No. No, come on. This is wrong. This is wrong. I gotta hit it from behind. They don't even damage each other. That's great. I need the key card. Oh my goodness, this game. Cool techno music here. So these only fire when you walk on a certain square, which is why I was able to stand on the other side and not get hit. But there's a force field here I cannot go through. So what is this keycard for? 90s, right? Got no ammo for this gun. Well, I got enough, I think. It's 1. 2. Forget it. I thought maybe blowing those up would help. There has to be some other way here. I think we need to go this way, that's why. That's the yellow keycard right there. '90s techno, such a fad. Yeah, '90s techno. This kind of sounds like the band Front 242 a little. That's where I get the 242 from my next 242. Okay, so what did that just open? Because
Quick save.
they take down the force field, I hope. Okay, I blew up the fan. Now what? Yeah, force field's down. Okay, cool. Great, we get some free health there. What the heck? What's firing at us? Is it the computer? There's something behind the computer, I think. That's what's firing. Okay, he blew up that chest, and now I can't get... Basically, I can't get the items that were in there. No, 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 no!
Code red.
Fucking bot. Gonna have to kill this thing. So close to death. The story is that you were a killing machine for the bad guys, and you realized they were corrupt, so you joined a rebel alliance, which is trying to protect society and take out the rebels. It's kind of like a Star Wars story. Well, they're trying to take out, not the rebels. The rebels are trying to take out whoever the evil corporation is here. So it's kind of like a Star Wars story, but, you know, it's very loose. You're a soldier, you're fighting for the rebels, you're saving people. There's a lot of FMV, which is where the story is told, but simplistically, it's, you know... Hold on. It's basically, here's your mission. Go infiltrate this base. Don't get yourself killed. Don't kill innocent people in the process. And I am out of ammo for my gun. I have to use the shotgun now. Good guys versus bad guys, basically. It's pretty intense, this game, now. Kind of look like the Mandalorian. Or Crimson Guardsman from G.I. Joe, if anybody remembers G.I. Joe. You imagine this to be an Amazon warehouse. There you go. An evil Amazon warehouse. Sorry, DRS. We're blowing up the Amazon warehouse.
Die, sucker.
Nice. Shotgun's pretty good, but you gotta be dead on with it.
Area secure.
He didn't mean that, DRS. He didn't mean it. We're fighting the man. This could be where the servers for Twitter are hosted.
Quick save.
Alright, it's just us and our trusty boomstick. Because everybody I killed, I can't take their ammo because they're nowhere near me.
Surrender.
When you really need ammo. I don't think they could fire when they were screen away, thankfully. Nice. Too far away to hit the camera, I think. Yeah, this gun sucks against that. Machine gun turrets you can't use the shotgun against. I'll tell Daddy Jeff Bezos on you. Get them Twitch TOS. There you go. You'll get a raise for it too, I'm sure. Hopefully. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where he's working for the evil guy and he doesn't realize like how evil the guy is. Okay.
Save.
In the future, everything is rented, even your raise. There you go. I believe that. The hell? I'll check him out. Yeah, it's too far up. I can't shoot that. Is that the computer? No, that's not the computer. That's like some kind of generator. Yeah, I do too. Those episodes were amazing. Shh. Dude, I knew I should have saved. Had I shot the barrels instead, I think it would have blown them up.
Quick load.
Where are we? Okay. Not too far. We loot everybody here? Yes, we did. Okay.
Eat lead, traitor.
Yeah, we're their traitor because we used to be on their side. I can't blow up the androids. I'm gonna have to send the spider after him. We have enough of them.
Quick save.
Alright, let's do this sequence and I'm gonna take a quick break. How did that not destroy him? Oh, I could guide him? I didn't even know I could do that. What?
Silencer terminated. Quick load.
I can't imagine if the next game is harder than this. Gonna do this blind. Use a med kit. I doubt we took out the robot. I think it's just not here. This is the weakest shotgun in any game I've ever seen. He's just gonna walk away from us. Okay. This is our last medkit. We had to have taken out the robot. Come on. Got him. Loaded with rock salt and bacon bits. Bacon rinds, yeah. Something like that. You know, I need to make it to the other side, and as soon as I do, these panels are gonna fall, so... How do we do this? No, 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 no! No! Wow.
Quick load.
Wow. I don't think it's water. Could be New Jersey water. Yes, we will rest in peace. I think that took out well, it took out something. I don't think it took out the droid. Oh, we got it. We got the droid. Let's take out my man up here. Got him. So, okay, so we need to take that out. Let's take these out first. So they're out of the way. Okay. How the heck do we get across? Do we jump across?
Quick save.
I have to try it. I will never forget Mission 3. This is absolutely nuts. That's how we get across. Okay.
Access denied. Invalid key card.
Don't have the key card. Oh god, no. No. Just go up. Go upstairs. Wow, okay. Base, how are you? Sewage? Yeah, some kind of like radioactive sewage, I would think.
Quick load.
I have no chance against this guy. How have you been, Base? How was your Memorial Day weekend? I hope you had a good one. Uses scuba gear. Unfortunately, this game does not have it. I wish it did, truthfully. Or like some kind of like force field suit. So if we don't touch the keys, will we not activate the robot? No, he's here already. This death simulator. Just don't use the tuba gear. Oh. That helped a bit, I think. Okay. This is gonna activate the elevator, isn't it? And that's the other way upstairs, but I have no way of taking out this monstrosity. Doing well, got the week off to help the wife recover from surgery. I'm sorry to hear she had surgery. I think you had mentioned that at one point on your stream. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, I hope recovery goes well. I'm afraid to go up there, truthfully. I'm using the force field packs. I mean, I really have no other choice here. All I have is my shotgun. Oh god. Got him.
Quick save.
That worked. She's going to be okay. Glad to hear. And we have no remorse killing the scientists because they're whiny and all they do is keep activating the alarms. Oh no, not another one? Seriously. We're not even like a third of the way into the game and they're like, we're just gonna throw everything at you. Memorize the code, 318. Okay. I have to take a quick break. I will be right back. My Crusader keeps finding some remorse. So far, I'm not having remorse playing the game, but this level better be pretty calm in the next one. Alright, that's just the access right there. Is this what we're supposed to destroy? It kind of looks like it. Gotta download the plans or something. I don't think we have the key card here.
Access denied.
No. Oh, they keep sending them out now. Come on. Manufacturing plant. There is actually a keypad there. Let's see what it does. I was controlling it simply with the keyboard in the last couple of streams. Thanks to Senor Jefe, I switched to the gamepad, and it's getting a lot easier with the gamepad. I don't think I would have been able to make it past this far on this level without the gamepad. The gamepad makes such a difference. Okay, somebody comes up to us. Throw the landmine down. Easier. The game's not getting easier, that's the problem. I don't know if I can blow this up to get to that keypad. This is insane. Look at all the robots. Kill that one. This is just insane. There's a key card somewhere, I don't know where. Authorized personnel only, that's where we need to go in. There's got to be at least 6 of them down there. Come on. Wow. Alright, well, Tesla Factory explains why they're walking into the lasers exactly. Attaboy, I'm definitely controller player on this. Yeah, you have to be. So I'm very confused here because how do we navigate this? Like the Terminator here. I'm gonna destroy everything in hopes that it stops spawning infinite amount of enemies. 318 is the code. Delete this message immediately. Come on, bro. I don't know how you reach that, but you get over there. Shoot. I didn't even have a chance. I certainly wouldn't mind a remake of this. Much improved controls. Yeah, a remake would be good. Remake would definitely work out. It's not even the controls, it's just the difficulty has gotten a little out of control here. No pun intended. Keep sending androids after us. This is on normal difficulty, default difficulty, so... Like, I don't know how to keep them from coming to us. You gotta be precise with your aim here, or it's not happening. Oh, I can't go up there, can I? There's the keycard I need. Rolled out of the way. The isometric perspective is what makes it so difficult to control, in your opinion. Well, the camera doesn't move with his movement, so sometimes you get thrown behind invisible walls. Is this... what does this do? Right here. There we go. I know I need this. What does that switch do? Shoot. Look at this guy, he even goes up elevators. Steps on a mine and nothing happens. No matter what I do need to get this code. Otherwise the game doesn't think I have it. Set up a force field here. Come on, keep jumping. Dude, you're on the gun that has no ammo. I was using the gun that had no ammo.
Quick load.
Bye. Come on. You gotta climb your way up, and there's another one coming out. There, he just rolled it right off it. I am absolutely stuck here. And now that I'm seeing it, maybe we don't go up the conveyor belt, maybe we go up the elevator instead.
Quick load.
We can get over this platform down here and go up this way. We can completely avoid the bot, I think. Who knows? Okay, so we're in a bit of a bind.
Quick load.
This game has just gone from 0 to 100.
Don't shoot!
Heck with you, I will shoot.
Quick load.
Let's not even go to the computer this time. Let's not waste time with it. We know what the code is. It's 318 each and every time. I thought this would have RNG'd the passcodes, but doesn't seem like it is.
Here?
I mean, you do have to type in the password, so you need to know it. Ah, fall damage? Come on. Got it. Let's go this way. No, it threw me off. What BS was that? Holy cow.
Quick load.
It was complete BS. We gotta take out at least one of these robots, otherwise we'll never make it. What happens if we take out this? Can't take it out, okay. Well, I thought maybe that would keep them from coming across. Did not.
Code red. Silencer terminated.
Okay. I wonder if we even need to be down there. What if we come back the other way? Come across, go back upstairs, and go that way. There's an alternate way into that room.
Quick load.
Let's play around with this. We don't need the code. So what happens if we don't go for the code? It's 318. We come back the way we came. I mean, it's still gonna launch that stupid droid at us. He can't come towards us. The floor is busted, right? So how do we get upstairs? And we can get upstairs with this elevator now. There. And there's a key card up there that we need. So how do we control that lift? Need the lift on the other side to work. So that lift is for coming downstairs. It's not for taking it upwards. So you have to go this way, I think. Nope, no, 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 no. Get off, get off. I'm in a bind here. I don't know if this is gonna control the elevator or open the door. We have no ammo.
Quick load.
None whatsoever. So skipping the upper part helps. But without the ammo, I don't think we're going to be able to take out that Gatling gun up top. That was just bad. That was just bad.
Quick load.
Look at this jank. Utter jank. And you could fall down there. I didn't realize that until just now.
Quick load.
If had I stepped on there, we'd be dead. This is brutal. How many med packs do I have? I have no weapons other than this shotgun right now that I could use. And we got the last med pack. I'm all next to last, so. .318 is that magic number.
red.
Sacrificed ourselves right there. Okay. Made it that far. If I don't turn off the code red, another one's gonna pop through that portal. Teleporter, whatever.
Area secured.
Okay.
Quick save.
Save it. Got a little bit further. Still need to pick up that red card. Good lord, how do I get into the red? I gotta pick up the red card. It's right behind this wall and I can't get there. Okay, it looks like they might have stopped sending robots, I hope. I think we might have shut that off by turning off the alarm. No, I see them. I see them. Now we're stuck here, right? Alright, we got him. Now there's another one. Son of a... Get it. Let's go.
Access denied. Invalid keycard.
Oh, son of a... Almost jumped into the lake. It's a mine right there. Don't want to step on it.
Quick save.
Oh yeah, quick save. Got it. So this must be where we enter 318, I hope. Nope. So why did we need that number for? I have to jump over this. That's the question. I was gonna say, if that didn't keep coming, like if that didn't lift us back up, that would have been like ridiculously, that would have been horrible. There, stop. We got one med pack left, but let's use it. Save this sucker again. Always save scum. No, I loaded it! Oh, oh. Alright, we didn't lose much. But it was save scumming. Really not. Now we can save scum.
Quick save.
I can't imagine what's after this. I have this on PS1. Wonder if it controls any better. It probably controls the same. The PS1 version was actually pretty good from what they said. They never made the second game for the PS1 though. They just didn't have the budget for it. This came out in 95, the second game came out in 96, so... Great. All you gave me was credits there. For what? It's over here. Nothing. How do we get out of here? And where do we go to? Oh, there's that yellow door down there.
Quick save.
Yeah, I'd be curious if you tested out how it plays. We're in the second half of Mission 3, and this is by far the most difficult mission of the games out of the 3. See the keycard right there? I bet you that moves that platform somehow. If it doesn't open that, then the yellow keycard is for the door up top. There you go, that gets you up there. Like, we need that. I think we need it for this door, though. I do have the right key. There you go. Get up. These stupid things can use the elevator. I keep forgetting. You know what? Let's not even open that elevator.
Quick load.
Let's go around the right side. Yeah, it is going crazy. I've never imagined there would be this many enemies here. I don't think I could have done this with just the keyboard. Let's go on this way. Keep them from using that elevator to join us up top. This is the debt factory that we're in, and it's certainly making instruments of death take us out. I should have the keycard for this, I hope. Come on. Come on. He's right there, right behind this door. Got him. There's two of them. Seriously. Go, 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 go! Do I have any missiles? No, I don't, so... Holy cow, how do we get past this? Please turn off that turret. Out of this space, great. All workers must display their badges, like we really care. Unauthorized access. Please report. Okay, we gotta be very strategic here.
Code red.
Drop your weapon.
And we're dead.
Silent
Just like that.
Quick load.
caccess.exe. Quick access.
Code red. Unauthorized entry.
I gotta make sure the camera doesn't see me. There's a portal there, and I bet you there's a bunch of things on the other side we could blow up. Just to... for the hell of it.
Load.
I don't know if this is the computer we need to get the files from. Maybe it is.
Code red.
Come on, you're a dead man.
Alarm. Silent. Quick load.
That's what I was thinking. What if we go through those doors and there's nothing there? There's generators. I wonder if they run that laser. Maybe we should just break for the teleportation pad and not even bother here. Just make a run for it.
Code red.
There we go. Good call, Braxton.
What's going on, Tin Man? Where's the file? I don't know what happened, but without those files, we're history. Just like your ride home. No data, no extraction. Tin Man, wizard out.
Unauthorized.
Oh, I don't have the data, so we gotta go that way. Son of a... Alright, we do need to go that way. Wizard out. So I think it'd be nicer to have larger videos, even though they're interlaced. Sharing those sus links. There you go. So we have to go through that door. They need to bring back FM. I miss FM. And I don't mean games that are just entirely FMV. I mean like actual games like this where, you know, you get a cutscene every now and then. We have one goal. We can't mess it up.
Quick load.
So it looks like this turret only kills us or attacks us when the camera's got its eye on us, I hope. Nope. Okay. Just want to make sure that was the case. I don't know. Let's drop some spiders. See if we can blow it up. Yeah, that really worked. That really worked. No, that's a mine. I need a spider. It's Command and Conquer for the win. Soon. Soon. Sign to me with sign language. Alright, let's get past this part and I'll give you some sign language. Well, that didn't work. Box was in the way. What the hell? He wasn't anywhere near the box. Finally.
Code red.
So close.
Silencer terminated. Quick load.
Well, now we know what to do. Just make sure the camera doesn't see us. Just screwed up the whole game. Yeah, I think sign language is going to go away for a while, to tell you the truth. We do have a plan. That's what we need.
Quick load.
Oh, maybe the game crashed. Where is the sign language book? Here it is. The reason why this is going to go away is because I need to figure out and bookmark all the good ones. Okay, apparently we got this. Okay, put your hands like this. And then like this, which is kind of weird. And that means that you're calling somebody a drunk. Somehow. You can see there on the page there. So it's like this and something like that. Calling them a drunk. I think you're putting a hex on them, to tell you the truth, like that, because it's the devil horns. It's not a very good one. Some of these are not as good as I expected them to be. So I want to like bookmark them and make sure I have all the good ones. There's about 200 of them in here. So that's rock on, yeah. Ronnie James Dio started this because his mother was Italian, and she would always get mad at him and give him the devil horns. So Ronnie James Dio started using that, and that's how Rock On started. That was I Love You in elementary for me without shaking hands. What? Really? Alright, we got a plan here now.
Big head.
Big head indeed, thank you. Let me put that there. Thank you, creature.
Quick load.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I gotta be on the other side of that line, otherwise he blows up. Never heard that? Yeah, Mr. Crappy was like, oh, you gotta have this, and it works out for when I forget to change my screen. So we have that now. It's from Sanitarium. So apparently you should not put Sanitarium if you play it as a VOD on YouTube, because they'll get in trouble for like mutilation.
Code red. Unauthorized.
For people self-mutilating themselves apparently in that game. Which, when taken out of context, I could understand why it's a bad thing. Okay. One more med pack. Alright, we made it this far. Sanitarium. Somebody flagged my video as having... Oh, shit, I just reloaded it. I didn't save it. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Somebody tagged it for people self-mutilating themselves. I think it's when the guy at the beginning of the game is like hitting his head on the wall. It's bizarre, but it's demonetized, but I don't have any way of making money on YouTube anyway, so.
Code red.
One. Two. Turn this off. And then let's kill him. Put that out. It's kind of dumb, because if you look at it in the context of the game, it's not like actual real people doing anything. I mean, Planetarium is some strong images for sure. I didn't have any problems though. Yeah, I think somebody who saw it tagged it that way. I don't know who. It's a great game, let me tell you. But that's where Big Head comes from. Alright, hold on, cowboy. Because before you go that way, use a med kit and let's save the game. Because now we know we have to go that way, and then we exit through that platform behind us. This is where we use code 318, right? Sometimes you get flagged for the stupidest things. Like the guy who did the soundtrack for Turok 2 tagged all his videos, all my videos of me playing Turok 2 on YouTube. Even though it's the context of the game, he said he owns the rights to the music. I don't think he does. I think it's the game publisher, to tell you the truth, but this is what we're here for. There's a lot of nonsense going on YouTube. Termitron Utility Mech. Model 97794. So we got the plans for it. This is it. What they keep attacking us with, right? Cutscene.
What took you so long, Tin Man? I was beginning to get tired of waiting on you. I'm receiving the file now. Wait. I'm losing signal strength. All right, we must have a flux in the power grid. All right, I'm switching filters to patch in an amplifier. And that's it. File transfer complete. You might have a future in this business after all, Tin Man. I don't know what all that was about, but I think you better take that as your cue to get out of there like yesterday. Could mean the consortium sniffers have locked onto your position. So hot-foot it to the jump pad. On level 1. If you don't get there fast, you are a pedestrian. Wizard out.
I was thinking it was more like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. This guy must have been a hair model at some point in his career. Or at least thought he could be. Alright, we're jumping out of here. I think this is the end of the mission, finally. I'm gonna save it just in case. Because you never know what could go wrong. Last time they warped me, or teleported me right into, like, some turrets. Man, this video is
Excellence
like...
program is a very risky proposition, Mr. Chairman. Even for something as admirable as helping to rid us of this resistance nuisance.
Politics is a risky business, Senator Snell. You shouldn't have gotten involved if you weren't willing to take chances. Besides, everything is already in place.
Once the public has been shown the significant breakthroughs that the vigilance program can provide,
The
Mr.
evil
Chairman,
scientist from Mission 2.
I'm certain that no one will object to keeping the
Status quo, Doctor? Exactly. And once the resistance has been crushed, who would even think of not voting for the visionary leaders that brought about world peace? You just make sure that the rest of the senators approve the funding, and I'll see that vigilance's first use target your concerns. Providing, of course, that Dr. Hoffman's experiments prove more successful than some of his others.
Goes back to the shadows. Interesting. Evil empire right there. The evil guys. Bunch of old bureaucrats and an evil scientist. That's who we have. Alright, so we made it back to our base. We lived. Let's save this. That was an unbelievable mission. They just threw everything at us. So let's go to the bar. I don't know how much money I have, but we gotta upgrade some weapons and stuff. We could talk to everybody here, basically. Some people won't talk to us like the bartender. He's just like, hey, how you doing?
Hello, Captain. You know, Captain, when I really was a taxman, I spent most of my life listening to intolerant people telling me the consortium represented the greater good. Now here I am, stuck in the same unit with Shannon Brooks, Resistance Sergeant Extraordinaire. She's the one who gave me this rabbit foot, my first day of firing practice. Said I could use all the help I could get. She's almost as bad as anyone back at the Revenue Assessment Division. I've fought alongside her for a year now, and she still won't treat me like anything but a consortium slug. I could almost blame her too. But I heard she lost most of her family when the consortium flattened Petra for declaring independence from the WEC.
So this is where you hear most of the story and how it plays out. This woman, like, hates us.
Hey, what's a nice consortium soldier like you doing in a place like this?
Now she's drunk, she likes
Whether
us?
to salute you or shoot you. I grew up in the Resistance. I watched better men and women than you die for a better cause than
maybe
the one
not.
you blindly follow. Or is that followed? Hard to tell, isn't it? I'll find out soon enough, trust me. And just remember, to me, only good trooper is a dead trooper. You slip up just once, and I'll see you're a good trooper. Now get out of my sight and let me drink in peace.
So we turned our back on the consortium and kind of betrayed them. So she doesn't believe that we're actually helping them out. She thinks we're like some spy here. This woman we saved in mission 2 at the end of it. So let's talk to her if we can. She seems to be friendly with us.
Welcome back, Captain. I heard you ran into a bit of trouble on your last mission. Don't worry. Happens to the best of us. Oh, by the way, looks like I'll be sticking around for a while. In their usual cryptic fashion, Central has assigned me to this unit for unspecified duty of unspecified duration. Sounds like administrative work to me. Oh well, beats the consortium's hospitality. A lot more opportunity for advancement than what the good Dr. Hoffman had planned for me as well.
Dr. Hoffman had her as a prisoner, gonna conduct experiments on her, and we saved her. But all the other prisoners died in the process, so nothing like 100i resolution. Do you want me to go back to the smaller videos? I think the smaller videos do look better. Stick with the smaller videos. I mean, they are smaller, but they're clearer at least.
Salutations. The weasel's here with the gear. Everything your destructive little heart can want. Big guns, little guns, and blast packs in between. So, I'll tell you what, make a suggestion to you. Peruse the merchandise, and we'll get down to business. What will it be today, Captain?
Guy's a little off his rocker. So we can get a better pistol, but we don't have the money for it. Some kind of sniper rifle or something? I don't know what this is. EA-21. Could be anything. Gonna need some med kits, so let's buy them. I would think a better number, like a higher number would be better, but... The 41 is definitely better than the 40. The 41 acts like a machine gun. We have that. 32 and a 21. Can't afford any of this. Alright, we gotta come back and get more money. Do devs say, here's the script, overact your ass off? That's got to be what they do. Yeah, I think so. I think they just say have fun with it. Let's buy one medkit, just in case. We got spider bombs and everything else. We can't sell anything, we need munition anyway, so I can't really do anything about it. I'm gonna have to kill everybody and take all their money this time. Get an energy cube. Even top-notch actors do it. Most FMV games have terrible overacting for some reason. They do. This is some of the better acting, though, I've seen in a while in an FMV game. There have been some terrible ones. Probably worse than this.
So, have you made up your mind? Is this what you want?
Yeah, it's what we want.
Another satisfied customer. It's always a pleasure serving the Resistance. I hate those. Anything else I can do for you today, Captain?
Yeah, no. Wonder what would have happened if I said yes. He'd probably just go back to the selling screen.
Hey, what you doing here?
I can't talk to that guy. Bartender doesn't really care about us. So... save it again. In case I ended up messing things up and buying the wrong stuff. Tim Curry and Command & Conquer did it. Yeah, Tim Curry in Command & Conquer was awesome. Let's go over here. I don't think I saw what was on this side. I don't think I could open this. Or I can. There's nothing in it, of course. Let's go find out what our next mission is, and hopefully it's not as bad as the last one. That was just brutal.
Good work on that last mission, Captain. Maybe General Maxis is right about you after all. Here's the latest situation. The WEC has several resistance sympathetic cities locked down tight, starving civilians along with the rebels. Thousands of people in Geneva alone will starve if our next food shipment doesn't get through. And the public still thinks we're shipping in weapons. Newscasters. They blindly report whatever the government tells them as if it were fact. We need to get the food past the WEC blockade. You are to sabotage one of their monitoring stations. Andrews will be acting as your insertion reconnaissance man again. Once you're inside, you are to locate and destroy the central communications array before our convoy starts to roll in. Consult your data link for help locating the receiving array. Once you've placed the blast pack, Corporal Reeves will contact you with extraction coordinates. Dismissed.
I hope this game gives us a little bit of a break. By the way, I think he's the best of all the voice actors, or FMV actors, for that matter. He's pretty good at what he does. He doesn't overdo it. Yeah, but you're right. I'm praying for like a break.
Quick save.
Or just, you know, at least give me some stuff I could use, like ammo. Fill out my ammo at least. It was that one room where all the enemies kept coming in. Like, I should have just stayed there and just kept farming, but at that point we had everything we needed. Yeah, well, let's find out. Just need him to walk in front of my gun, that's all. There you go. This little droid here. Okay, got a clip from him. Shotgun's good for the lesser droids. Take a look around here. It's a good way to start the mission so far. They didn't like have turrets in here and cameras and stuff like that. They're starting out slow at least. How do we get past this thing? Does not turn off. Okay. Gotta be a way to shut it off. Not like there's a generator. Oh wait, there's something back here. What's this on the floor? Is that anything? I'm gonna blow up half the room to get back there. I think it's just like some ammo on the floor. Yeah, that's all it was. Maybe we could roll underneath this. Yes, we can. Okay. There you go. It's fine, we'll keep farming here. Shotgun ammo, a med kit. The AI in this game, man. Yeah. I mean, for a game of its time, it's like pretty good. What does this do? Is this teleporter? No. Nothing we could use yet. So I just need to jump down there and get zapped, I guess. There's not much we could do else. Otherwise... Oh, look at this guy. You're dead. Save it. Hey, Dr. Goa. Show a little remorse? No. Remorse? I have no regrets either. Picked a good game, Mitchell. Look at that. Glass walkway. Pretty nice. We have so much ammo now, we can't even carry it. Oh no, you know what made it a little bit easier and less stressful was that because I switched to a gamepad. I feel like the game is moving faster even though we get stuck. I can't imagine going through the last half of Mission 3 that we just did with the keyboard. I would have gone mad, but the gamepad's keeping it solid. So I am enjoying it. Question for you regarding Canada travel. How was customs? Custom was okay. I had a problem once when I did it with a car. The woman at the border was just like not having it for some reason. She was having a bad day or something, so it was pretty bad. But when we went to Vancouver on the way back, they just asked us basically, what are you doing here? Do you know each other? And then before the guy could ask another question, he was like, yeah, just go ahead. Just go. And that was it. But if you go through customs on the Canadian side, you do not have to go through customs on the American side. From what I know. What is the point of turning that on? Because if that's closed, I can't go up the stairs or anything. It's confusing. What does this do? Had a little buddy who kept sitting there for 7 hours with no reason. What? In Montreal? Said they grabbed like 100 people and just pulled them aside. Something must have been up. I don't know. I never heard of that. We had a problem once when I came back with my friends on train, on Amtrak. There was some woman from Washington, D.C. I guess she was like a secretary for a senator. So they held up the whole train for 2 hours just to question her. I couldn't figure out why. They do weird stuff like that on the way to Montreal, possibly. They were connecting from Egypt to LA. Interesting, because it was just a connecting flight. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've only gone from New York to Montreal, so I never passed through there as a connecting flight. But
Code red.
oh, I see what tricked this thing right here. Triggered it. So how do I shoot it? Sorry to hear that happened. There we go. Now we gotta go open it on the other side. Code red my ass. Yeah, it was probably just a case of bad luck, unfortunately.
Code red. Terminate.
When they snap the rubber gloves, you know it's going to be bad, indeed. I've had some weird experiences with customs, and it's only been ever to Canada. Or to Montreal. Maybe it's just a Montreal thing. Where am I? I'm like on the other side of the isometric view. Like, what's going on here? Come on. There you go. Did I turn that on by accident? I think I turned it on by accident. Can probably turn it off up here. There's a switch. Or was it? Oh, never mind. It's on that side.
Quick save.
Just in case we die going walking past it. Should be able to just walk around it, right? What did that open? That took away that little piece of gate, right?
Access denied. Invalid keycard.
You get dinner and wine out of it, you'll be okay, right? I don't have any key cards. Oh god, turned off the alarm.
Unauthorized alarm has been deactivated. Area secure.
We need the key cards. Somebody back here, yes, there is. Oh my goodness!
Quick load.
No wine to dinner and it's just a dollar menu only, limit 2 items, oh god. It's a bad experience. How were we able to kill him last time, but not this time? There's a med kit up top. Were we supposed to go and get that? I think we were. What's our mission here, anyway? Sork. Andrews to bring down the fence screens before objective can be reached. Locate Sork computer on level 3 and destroy it with a blast pack. Which we do have. Let's explore up here for a second. I don't think we can get to that med pack, can we? No, we can't. That controlled the bridge. Possibly.
Security!
Say what? Yeah, what does this do? Never really figured that out last time. There's no elevator here, right? Let's not trip the alarm. Let's make sure we have the key cards before we go anywhere else. This is mission 4. We'll be past a third of the game after mission 5. It's a long game, it's expected. But I'm enjoying it, man. Okay, well, we know what to expect when we get up there. We can do this. Spec turrets, yep. For a minute there, I thought you wrote turtles. Spec turtles. Well, if they're snapping turtles, yes, they'd absolutely be dangerous. What if I go upstairs this way without actually using the turret? No. So I need the key card, no matter what. This is just the beginning of chapter 4. It's not like we're way ahead of ourselves here. Let's go up this way this time. And let's massacre all the workers.
Where do you think you're going?
That gives us money, which we need to upgrade our weapons with. Otherwise we'll never pass through the game if we can't upgrade our weapons. Come on, man. I got my shotgun waiting for you. Of course, I take out the railing. Yeah, nobody's gonna be left alive here. We need the money. Okay, we want that off. So I wonder if we could bypass and go out that way by taking out the railing. We're able to blow up the railing, I think. And if we are, let's do that. Take advantage. Maybe not. Here, let's do it the easy way. Use a spider bomb. There we go. Oh, maybe we need a second one. Third one. No, we can't go across, can we? Not even if I jump. They did that on purpose, didn't they? That gets us the red key. This cannot be destroyed, okay. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm not stuck. I feel like there's a hallway here I can go through, but it's not. It's the isometric view playing tricks with me. Okay, now that makes sense, but how do we activate it? Like, we gotta take down the force field first. I think we have to go up this way no matter what. What does this do again?
Quick save.
We only have 1,081 credits. That is BS. Bro, you're hitting everything except for the turret.
Eat lead, traitor.
There we go.
Drop your weapon.
Oh, at least we got a medical kit to replace the one we just used.
Quick save.
A bunch of stuff over here. What is it? Ionic generator? An ionic generator. Oh snap, there's a camera right there. This guy died. This is the radioactive sludge. Shame. I did not even see that camera over there. How did it miss me? I cannot go through there unless I turn off the steam. I think what I need to turn off the steam is on that side. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Oh no, it's right here. Let's try this.
Quick save.
Hopefully this turned off the steam on the other side. I don't know what that turns on. Oh, it turned on the electricity down below, so he keeps getting zapped. That's good. Now we can go this way. The crouch. How do I crouch these commands? There we go.
Surrender.
Perfect. Here's the other keycard. And a med kit. Doing alright in this game. Doing alright. Definitely moving a little bit faster now with the gamepad. Gotta turn the steam off.
Quick save.
Definitely gonna end up with more saves here. I know it doesn't really count the quick saves, but definitely more saves here than the 700 plus we had for Deus Ex. Which is okay. It's okay. How did that hurt him? Come on. Give me a break. That couldn't have hurt him. Like straddling the side there. And legs hanging down. Good job. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but just wanted to kill the bot. I have no way of getting to the other side of this door now. That could be a door right there, I'm not sure. Send a little spider to get him. I don't know what it blew up, but it missed everybody. All those barrels. It's not a door. It's not a door. Tried it. Guess we drop down. Here's the other thing. I don't know exactly what key cards I have.
Quick save.
No, I have a red one. I don't think I have the blue one. Let's try it.
Access denied.
Okay. So it's just the red one.
Authorized
doing here?
Oh, I didn't see that bot over there.
Quick load.
Okay. Not see it. Came out of nowhere. Showed up. The reason why it showed up was because of the camera on the far side. Down there. Shoot him from down here at least, right? And not. Just wasting ammo. See if we could cheese them. Got him.
Intruder alert.
The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to get past this part to go turn off the alarm. Switch is over there.
The alarm has been deactivated. Area secure.
This game is crazy good. Tough. It takes a little patience, but it is good. You know, there's a little bit of pressure because we're streaming it, but beyond that. Worth playing. Keep going the opposite way. Keep forgetting tank controls are always opposite.
Where do you think you're going?
Just leave that on. So I'm always thinking ahead when it comes to games. I started thinking about Halloween. I don't know why. I was bored. I'm like, what games can I play for Halloween? So I just started going through the backlog and I'm like, oh, this would be a good one. Horror games are always fun, but they never really do anything to scare you. At least I don't find them scary. I mean, spooky themed games. That's what you basically play for Halloween. What does this do? We don't know. Let's leave it up. Oh, we got a clip, I think, for the BFG. The bazooka. I was also thinking it'd be cool to take a couple of weeks and play some really quick PS1 games, only PS1 games. There's plenty I'd like to play that are relatively like a couple hours here and there. I was talking to Mitchell about Black Mirror. The TV show or the video game? The video game has nothing to do with the TV show. Neither of us have played it. It's on my backlog, and I've been wanting to play it. It's just that we played so many long games that I've kind of held off on it. I have all 3 of them. No, it's on my list. We're gonna get to it soon. I don't know if it's really horror, though. I think it's murder mystery. It's not like Gabriel Knight or anything. Yeah, I think like the first game is 18 hours, 20 hours. It's a good point and click adventure game. So maybe after the next batch of games that we play. I mean, we're still getting through Viewer's Choice and then game 150, and then we're gonna play Grimrock 2 finally. Well, it's not finally. We're gonna play it earlier than I expected. I just want to. I love that game, Grimrock. So why not play it? Play some Legend of Grimrock 2. Yeah, it's on my list. If you go into my backlog, you'll see it. I didn't put the second or third game on yet because I want to finish the first one first, but ironically, it has nothing to do with the Black Mirror TV show, so the game. And it's not like a Gabriel Knight, it's more of just a dark mystery game. It was a remake that came out in 2017, I think, of the series. They kind of rebooted it, and that game got really, really bad reviews. Oh, this is what it opened up. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, before the end of summer, I want to play at least the first Black Mirror. All your reboots, it belong to us. Or belong to us, yes. You said it. Now they're coming out with a reboot of Alone in the Dark, I think, right? That's what I read.
Quick save.
I hope we're towards the end of the level. Give us a break here and just give us something easy here. I feel like we're still at the beginning, though, because we've been in this area for so long trying to get through all of it. Now I'm not even sure where to go from here. Something tells me there's another way out. Is there? There is not. Another Alone in the Dark reboot. I feel sad for the game. It influenced Resident Evil. Then Resident Evil took off to a different path, and it got influenced right back. I like the original better. Yeah. I hear ya. I played the first Alone in the Dark. It wasn't bad. My friend had like copied it for me. And that's how I played it. Back in the day, we used to just copy games for each other on floppies. The one game I would like to see a remake of, or would like to play, is The Seventh Guest. I always thought that was an impressive game. Played a good bunch of it when I was younger, but I never really got too far in it, and I thought it was a decent game. Like, I don't think they'll ever remake that, unfortunately. But it should get a remake. How do I turn off this force field? We don't have the blue key. Not that it matters. Not for this part, at least. Am I supposed to blow this all up? I have no idea. I feel like blowing these compressors or whatever they are up might open the force field. Never played that or 11th Hour. I was always curious about them though. Yeah, 11 Guests was pretty cool. It was tough because I was younger at the time, so I didn't really... I was able to get past some puzzles. There's something that stops me from playing abstract puzzle adventures. Never play Shivers either or Ripper properly. I have a copy of Ripper. I'd like to try it someday, but I know it's tough. It's not easy. Let's see how far we get before I rage quit. Shivers I've never played. I like the Zork games too, especially the latter two, which had the FMV in it. Inquisition and the one before that. I forget the name of the one before that. Return to Zork was impossible. Just so hard. Ridiculously difficult at times. That might be one I play with a guide just to experience the game and see kind of like, you know, what it is. For what it is, I mean. Oh yeah, how do we get through here? Look at this. Is there a way to get there? I've been through every area up here. Is this it? What does this switch do again? That just turns off the laser. What am I missing? I don't think I really need the blue key. Ridiculously difficult, yeah. I think it's a game you have a walkthrough for. I don't even know if Universal Hint System has hints for that game because it's just what it is. It's not a very popular game even. I mean, people know about it, but I don't think too many people own it. Here. So that's on. Did that turn off the sports field? Is that what I missed? So I don't see what else it could have turned on or off. We just pickpocket this dead guy? Yes, we did. Communism. The blue key is a red herring? I think it might be. We gotta come back here for the blue key, and it probably opens this teleport to get us out of here, maybe. This teleportation pad. Not sure, to be honest. I just gotta get past this force field up here, which I'm unable to. There's no way to bring it down that I'm seeing. Seriously, we've been through this whole floor except for here, so what am I doing wrong? Let's walk into that. Wait. Oh. Really? We have to trigger something?
Proceeding as planned, Captain. When the screen goes down, security will be alerted to your presence, so you only have a few minutes to load the explosives. So I hope you can run faster than me. Okay.
Agreed.
Down to the last wire, Captain. Get set. There's troopers everywhere. We've been set up. There's no way I'm gonna
It's a
be
trap.
Make it out of here, Captain. I'm taking the screen out now.
Whoa! Talk about overreacting and overacting. I probably should have saved it before I walked towards the screen. I didn't know what that was going to do, though.
Code red.
Got him.
Access denied. Security lockdown during code red.
Security lockdown during code red. He was 3 days from retirement. Well, you know, I'm looking forward to playing your pick, BRS Police Knots. It's a Kojima game, and they finally translated it to English. It's basically like a ripoff of Lethal Weapon. Kojima was like crazy back in the day when he made those games. That and Snatcher. A lot of college humor. Alright, I don't know if I have to go under these or over them, but let's see. Why can't you go under these? Can't go under them. Oh, you're dead. Here's my thing. Do I have to turn off the alarm in order to get past that red thing? And if that's the case, then I need to turn off the alarm here. Which kind of is stupid, because why would the alarm go off to begin with if I could just shut it off?
Stand down from code red.
Alright, everybody's standing down now, so that was easy. That guy died for nothing, basically. There we go. Hey Bum Rocky, how are you? So it's loaded weapon on video games? Something like that. Lethal Weapon. Rewatching The Godfather, no overacting in that. No, definitely not.
Quick save.
The movie made Abe Vigoda's career. How have you been, Bum Rocky? Yeah, it's an odd game. Police Knots. Snatcher doesn't have a... What do you mean sound the alarm? We just shut it off. Shut up. Give me a break already. No alarms. Ever see the Modern Family episode that it did a spoof on Godfather? One of the most hilarious episodes. I've watched a lot of those episodes. I don't remember that one. Was that the episode where they got dressed like the 1950s characters? And yeah, I must have missed that one. There was one episode where they got dressed like gangsters from the 1950s or something, but it wasn't necessarily a Godfather. That's cool. Laser field deactivated. Okay. I'm afraid to see what this switch does.
Quick save.
Hey, Caffeine Terry, how are you? How have you been? Killing the bad guys here. Look like a Mandalorian. So I can't go down that way. Does this raise it? No, it was the christening of Jay and Victoria's baby. They do the whole christening scene. But the dad realtor goes on a revenge spree on kids. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. During the baptism. That's cool. Yeah, I think I saw that episode. That's when, they have like a whole shootout at the end, I think. Could be wrong. It's cool watching after getting some of the backstory from this TV series. Yeah. Modern Family was a great series. So we can go that way. And now I just went this way and screwed everything up. Well, not really. I could just take this out. See, this is another thing. There's branching paths, so you don't know which way you're going, really. Do we want to go that way? Probably not. I'm gonna have to rewatch Modern Family. I don't remember that episode. I do remember that episode, but it's been so long. Closing credit scene was great too. Don't ask about my business, Claire. Talking about the closets. Ed O'Neill was a closet salesman in that. I don't even think I'm supposed to go this way yet. This is what irks me somewhat in this game. How am I not hitting this guy? We're almost out of ammo. Step by step. I watched that show back in the day. Hey guys, calm down. You're just killing each other. We came here for 2 clips that we desperately needed. I see now where we need to go. The show is called The Offer. It's about Al Bundy, who produced The Godfather and Hogan's Heroes. Al Ruddy. Okay, sorry. I read that as Al Bundy. I don't know why, but Streamlabs starts, is ridiculously buggy, even though they keep upgrading it. It just stops scrolling after a while, so I have to read chat off of my phone. The Modern Brady Bunch. Too bad that one dude was busted for domestic violence, yeah. Hey Troll, have a good night. Thank you again for hanging out and for being here to watch me stream this. This is a great game. Have a good night. And hope to see you tomorrow online. Al Bundy's funnier. Yeah, wrong guy. Wow, those fans really like push you? I never experienced that before. Yeah, freeze! Can't kill him, he's all the way down there and he can't hit me. Let's walk through the top area first. And then we'll go downstairs. Mop up the place. How are you shooting me from up here? And how did you shoot that guy through the wall?
Drop your weapon.
You're gonna die just because I want you to die. So I can take your money. Well, this looks like a fun room. There's a camera and a guy there and everything else. Game has wonderful explosions. Wonderful explosions. Oh, I need to go there. I need to use that to get my health back. Probably died just trying to get to it. I love the music in this game, especially the theme tune. Yeah, the music is fantastic in this game. It's kind of techno-industrial. It's fast when it needs to be. It's calm when it doesn't. It's very chill, like right now, but theme song's fantastic. Alright, I don't have the key for that. The elevator to go downstairs. Great. Use a med kit. Let's use the spiders. The exploding tanks, yeah. They're pretty bad. Got my own bot. I use Streamlabs anymore. Check out Firebot. I'll check out Firebot for sure. The only good thing about Streamlabs chatbot is that it shows this channel on the stream from the chat from the stream on the screen on to my right, so I read it off that because OBS is too small to read, but I'll check out Firebot. All I really needed to do is play sounds and some GIFs, and that's it. Ooh, big raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are you? Thank you for the raid goated quest. Welcome, guys. We're playing Crusader No Remorse. Let me give a shout out to Goated Quest. Goated, were you playing Fear tonight? One of my all-time favorite games. It's coming along here. We switched to gamepad and not using the keyboard anymore, and it's getting a little better, although the game is really brutal now. More Fear tomorrow? Okay, sorry. What are you playing tonight, if I may ask? Let me get you a shout out. I don't know if the shout out command works. It works half the time on this app, and it kind of sucks. Oh, Mizuna Falls. Nice. That is such an underrated game. Shout out to Goated Quest. If you're not following him, definitely give him a follow. He plays a lot of retro games. Community gets to help choose which games he picks. And yeah, Mizuna Falls is an old PS1 game which finally got translated from Japan. And it's pretty much Twin Peaks, if you think about it. A lot of driving in a Volkswagen Bug, that's what I remember of it. So, I remember Crusading being pretty unforgiving on PC. A lot of fun though. It is. Mission 3 was nearly impossible. Especially at the end of it. It just got ridiculously tough. They just kept sending androids and robots at us, and this is going to be about the same, only at least we're fighting soldiers, which is a little bit easier. So I switched to the gamepad. Your FA1, who hangs out in the channel, gave me his key scheme for setting this up on joy to pad, which I use, and I think it's a lot more responsive and a little faster to control than using the keyboard, which is ridiculous. Because the keyboard keys, as you can see here, possibly, like, this is just one section of it, and then you got this here, alternate keys and everything. You can use the mouse, and it's just ridiculous. So it's a lot easier with the gamepad, and very much enjoyable as well. Yeah, we've committed to playing through it without a guide, so I've reran it the first few game days, and just got full optimization on day 1, so December 25th is locked in. Nice. Been totally loving it. It's such a good game, but it's one of those games that if you don't make it to an area by a certain time of day, like, that's it. Like, you could lock yourself out of the game or lose altogether. The concept's so good. I watched one streamer play it for 30 days straight, basically, and he kept restarting it and exploring different aspects and trying to get different endings, and just such a before its time game. Oh crap, I'm out of ammo. Right out of ammo as soon as I get into the room. You can't open the lockers here for ammo, right? Yeah, it's something I want to play eventually. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it though. It's gonna be like one of those games where it just keeps on going and going. And I don't stream, you know, we stream Mondays, Tuesdays at 8:30, and then usually Sundays at 2:30, but this week and next week we're gonna do Saturdays. I think the next 3 weeks we're doing Saturdays because just have family stuff and friends' birthday parties going on Sundays, so yeah, no problem, Go to Quest. Thank you, actually. I hope you get to play it too if you haven't, and definitely have a good night, and thank you again for the raid. Appreciate it. Got a great viewer base if games like this are the community picked selections. Oh yeah, they're all retro gamers, so this one was picked by Mutual, and we have a couple of other games coming up. So yeah, they're all good. Cave Story, yes. You have a good base too. I mean, you're playing Mizurna Falls and Fear, which is just... Fear's got the best AI of any shooter. There's going to be some games coming out soon that are going to give it some run for its money, but let's see if they actually live up to the hype. So I missed the whole downstairs floor. Is that okay? Let's see. But have yourself a good night, Go to Quest. That just shuts the door. I think I'm supposed to hit the button on the wall. Yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel, I am Nix242. This is what I call Nix at Night. Just wanted to do a parody of Nick at Night. Sounds similar, but we're all about retro and variety games. That's what we do here.
Quick save.
I'm playing through some Viewers Quest games, such as Destroy All Humans, Cave Story Plus, we did Maniac Mansion Deluxe, and now we're on No Remorse. And coming up, we will have Tales of Monkey Island, and then the English language translation of Police Dots, which is one of Kojima's earliest games. So I really need to play this game again. I still have the CD. It's been about 20 years since I last played it. Yeah, to definitely give it another shot. It'd probably be easier second, third, fourth time around. Oh, come on. Be kind. Be kind. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, well, we saved it here at least. The guy coming out from behind us. That sucked. We could just blow this thing up. Because we don't have the ammo. We'll try it. I don't even have a clean shot at this.
Silencer quick load.
Don't have to worry about the guy behind me, it seems. He just aimlessly walks around, so... Can we hit it from here? Not get seen?
Security.
What does this do? Well, that turned off the lasers, so... I love the aim. Yeah. Should help if you stop shooting the wall. It would. Let's wait till it goes around the other side. Like, the shotgun's very inaccurate, so it takes so long to... so many tries to hit it. I hope we didn't miss anything in the other area. Hold on, there's no way to get across here. Oh, that button. There you go.
Quick save.
I had that gun ready.
Code red. Unauthorized entry.
That did not take out... What did that do? I didn't see the camera. That's another problem. Yeah, I'm not very good with the aim here, but at least it has that assist every now and then that kicks in. This is tank controls. I mean, doing it with the keyboard was tough, but like any tank control game, as long as you have the keys set up right with your gamepad, you should be okay with it. Oh my goodness. How am I gonna hit this thing from here? I have no ammo on my other guns, except for this one. It's the way to do it. We used, like, most of our medkits going through here, too. If I remember right, I turned off numlock and used the number pad for directions since...
Hey, what you doing here?
Yeah, that works, too. It's just, it really hurt my hand the way it was positioned at that point, so... It was more about having cramps after playing it with the keyboard. I didn't think I'd be able to make it through the whole game that way. So that's why using the gamepad made sense. Plus it's a little faster to play this with the gamepad. Do I need to take this out? I don't feel like I do. We're gonna take it out anyway. Never know. Almost fell in. I can't get a clear shot. Alright, forget it. My hand started cramping last time, so... Alright, we're gonna end this soon. I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. In the office. Comfort is always a must. Yep. No! Are you serious? I just... Oh, man. I just lowered us right in. I hadn't... Yeah, that was a fail. That's what this was.
Quick load.
I guess if you catch it fast enough, there's a lever on the other side, but how would you even know to do that if you're going that fast through there? Like falling that fast, you would never be able to hit that in time. There's a key card. Okay. Blue door's on the other side. You can get there. What does this do? Nothing. I may have missed a lot of this level. We didn't go downstairs, we just went through all the scaffolding. I hope that was right. Although the blue key card gets used here. There's 2 more floors to this, believe it or not. Hey, Asti Red Devil, how are you? Hope you're having a good one. Love the security in this game. I work for a telecom company and our security is probably 10 times stronger, but then again, the game was the 90s and it's likely that you'd... Yeah, that's what they probably did. I'm doing good, Asti Red Devil. Doing good. Been having a lot of fun with Crusader No Remorse, but I'm actually gonna finish up soon. I apologize since you just arrived. I've been playing this for a while tonight. We're in mission 4 of 15. Let's see where this takes us. Actually, let's see if we get through this. This is a lot easier than the last mission, I'll tell you that. But good to see you. Let's get through this room at least. Now we could start on 2. There's 3 levels here. Although this has not been as bad, it still sucks. Now I gotta figure a way to shut down the code red. Thank you. Yeah. It's been good of late. I'm glad it's summer and the weather's getting really good. It's gonna be 90 here this weekend. I'm supposed to go to a baseball game too tomorrow night, so gotta get ready for that in the morning. No, what? How did we just fall off? Come on, aim! Ugh, we got no ammo. Jeez. I have no health. No, I do have health. Watching. My wife and I are Mets fans, so we have tickets, a ticket plan every year, and we go to a set number of games.
Unauthorized entry.
What do you mean unauthorized entry? What am I supposed to... Oh.
Unauthorized entry.
How do you know it's unauthorized? Turn that off.
Code red.
Oh, there's a camera up here. Always miss the cameras.
Quick save.
They don't know who they play, but fingers crossed they win. I hope so too. They're playing their rivals, their division rivals, the Phillies, so you can only pray they win. It's been up and down season so far, so supposed to be a great season, but rather they lose now and win later. Unauthorized for Mets fan. How about those Yankees, man? Aaron Judge. So that's where we came in. Alright, I gotta call it. So, we'll finish this on Thursday. This debt simulator, as I call it. You guys are welcome. I'm gonna raid someone now. Let's give this a proper save. I'll be back. This week it'll be Thursday and Saturday morning. New York time, of course. Have to change the schedule, which I hate doing, but I have no choice. But Thursday at 8:30 will be the next stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bum Rocky, Dr. Goa, Braxton, Alex, Base was here. Mitral, of course, who picked the game. Go to Quest, thank you for the raid. Creature 92 was here earlier. Nasty Red Devil, have a good one. A lot of people who came over in Go to Quest's raid. Welcome to our channel. Appreciate you guys being here. Caffeine Terry was here. ERS 43, of course, always a pleasure. If I missed anybody, please forgive me. Say go back only so far. For some reason it won't let me go all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, you guys are welcome, and see some of you back on Thursday. See who's online. Rate them. This is gonna go on for a while. This is only mission 4 and there's 15. So I'm enjoying the game, but we're gonna have several streams of it. I'm gonna say maybe 12, even 13. Might go that far. And then we'll get to Tales of Monkey Island and Kojima game, Police Knots. Who's on? Let us raid. Let us raid Peebs. He's playing Class of Heroes on PSP for his first playthrough. Peebs ran through and played every single SNES game. And he finished that earlier in the year. So, it's good folk. We'll raid him. Go Braves. Wait, what? No, go Braves. Yes, they are in Atlanta, but... Alright guys, have a good night. Don't worry about baseball. Don't root for the Braves. Just don't root for the Braves. Night, guys.
Identify a bunch of stuff. Simply because we're running out of space and hopefully it can condense some stuff down. Alright, let's hope we can not fail. Going up next, thank you very much for the old raid. What were you up to tonight? Beef jerky is not a rice bowl that will not stack. Love letter. No idea what we're doing with that. Iron chunk. You can throw the pants away, they're terrible. Don't know about the hat. And thank you, Ethan. Ethan, I appreciate that. What sort of game is Crusader? Oh, too intimidated. Those bottles are scary.
Save.
Okay, so I need 2, 3, 4, 5,